It's Monday the 4th of September. I've just come back from a long weekend in Kent, and this weekend not only did I not buy any soundtracks, any records or CDs of any variety, but also when I got home none had been delivered in my absence. Shock. Are you sitting down? You might ask, well, why did you bother turning the camera on and starting the recording? Well, I did buy something that you might find amusing, which is a tea towel from Whitstable with a picture of Peter Cushing on it. That's quite fun, isn't it? Anyway, there we are. That's all for today. Greetings. It's Friday the 8th, afternoon thereof. End of a long, hot week. If you can hear buzzing in the background of this audio, it's because I've got my electric fan on. Got a box. It feels quite heavy, but I don't think I've ordered huge quantities from anybody. So let's see what we've got in here. Ah, yes, that'll be why it's big. Yes. This has come from SAE. Oh, it's got those polystyrene chips in it. Which I'm sure I've dropped one on the floor. Can't see it. Never mind. So what have I ordered from SAE? Ordered a couple more John Scotts. I ordered several last month. They're still on offer, so I thought I'd top it up a bit more. There's Shergar. The title is blending into the artwork a bit there, but never mind. And there is Walking Thunder. Now, the reason why the box was quite that big is because I also ordered one of their few bits of merch. After showing off my 58 Dean Street mugs the other week and whatnot, something that they've advertised on their store for a very long time, and you can think, don't be bothered by it. It's the SAE and Film Score Monthly mug. Big chunky thing it is too. So there we are. That's what I've got today. Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome to Monday the 11th of September, start of another week. It is still pretty hot, but not as absolutely meltification swelterizing that it was last week. A box and two envelopes. The box says it has come from Intrada. It's got a very specific guy's name on it. Hello, Jeff. Let's have a look at some of the others first. This appears to be in an Amazon packet, so I guess it must be something I bought from Amazon. Ah, right, yeah. Not actually film, I suppose, really, but it is by a film composer. It's Bernard Herrmann's Wuthering Heights and Echoes for string quartet. Yeah, it's on Chandos, and it's by Bernard Herrmann, so it should be decent stuff, shouldn't it? This one is first of several Oxfam orders. I just every now and again I'll go on Oxfam's website and have a look just to see if there's anything interesting, and usually there isn't, but occasionally there's some decent things. And this, what did this cost me? This cost me 20 quid, but it was the La La Land expansion of James Newton Howard's Waterworld. Which, comparing against other places online, that's perfectly decent price for that. So yeah, look out in the next few days. I'll be receiving some other things from Oxfam, which will include some interesting ones. This is assuming you don't consider James Newton Howard's Waterworld to be interesting. What I mean is some interesting in other ways ones. So now I'm taking the cake slice of doom to the Entrada box, so that we can see what it is they have sent me. Right. One of these was one of Neely's Tinkerbell sequels. I've got the first one. It's good stuff. It's relatively cheap. It's going low. But that was just to accompany the other item, which was really something prompted by one of Ian Clarke's videos, where he was talking about his history with the film The Great Escape and its soundtrack. I've had the soundtrack for a very long time, but only that original very short album. It's about half an hour. So he really kind of made me realise that I ought to get something a bit longer. So obviously I've got the Entrada 3-disc jobby. Yeah, so there you go. Disc 3 is the original. So that was 32.5 minutes. It's not a lot, is it? Yeah. Whereas otherwise we've now got, I mean, you call it a disc and a half, really. Disc 2 is 51 minutes. Disc 1 is 39. But still, it's a considerable expansion on the little ditty one that I had before. So there's that. That's good. Probably more in the next few days. It's Thursday the 14th. I've received a bunch of things. Looks like 4 CD-shaped things and a LP-shaped thing. Let's see if I can find my cake slice of doom. I can't see it. Oh well. Let's break into this from the side. So I can't see the end of the tape. Fragile parcel tape it's got on it. There we go. Oh, for goodness sake. These things aren't really fragile. Okay, here we have an old Varese Saraband. It is Morricone's Bloodline. CDs of which are somewhat expensive to come by, I think. So let's have a look at the... Oh yeah. Yep, condition of that looks like that's pretty good. So that's nice. What's we got here? We have something second class UK domestic mail. That is another one of the Oxfam orders. A few months ago I had purchased from an online dealer what I thought was Michael Giacchino's Medal of Honor soundtrack. It turned out to be soundtrack for one of the sequels. And then I found on Oxfam they had got the original one for a perfectly decent price. So that's what I've picked up, and the reason I'm looking down my lap here is because it is suffering from broken CD lug syndrome. Look at that. You see those? So it's lost about half the lugs off of that, which means I will need to replace those. Never mind. CD spindle lugs are the least of our worries in this world, aren't they? What have we got here? This, I think, might also. Yes, this is another part of my Oxfam order. This was Bad Day at Black Rock, which is Andre Previn, alongside 3 other things by him: Tension, Scene of the Crime, Cause for Alarm. Bad Day at Black Rock is in stereo and the other 3 are in mono, but yeah, that was quite nice. And then we've got another part of the same order. Also, I've torn their packing slip in my eagerness to get in. This one is also wrapped up in tissue paper. It's James Newton Howard's score for The Hunger Games, which I thought I'd got it, and then I checked all my records and I haven't, so I have now. That, and then what have we got here? This one's Music Magpie. So I can break into this one without ripping any paperwork that's inside it. I don't think there is any paperwork inside it. Yeah, this one, Bernard Herrmann's It's Alive 2. It's fair enough. That's kind of sophisticated packaging design, isn't it? Look at that. Highly paid graphic designer for that. That's all silver screen. Oh well, there we are. That'll keep me going a bit longer, won't it? And another hour or 2 later, and we got another one. So let's see what this one is. There's a bit of a Goldsmith expansion. This is. I had got the original CD of this, and then somebody pointed out that there is an expansion, which is First Contact, which is one of the best of Goldsmith's Star Trek scores, I think. After the original one, this is the one where somebody said to him, "Jerry, you wrote a tune." That's the one. Anyway, I can't imagine I'm going to get any more today. Let's see. It's Wednesday the 20th of September. Hey ho, the wind and the rain. Summer's definitely over. It's blowing a hoolie out there, I believe is the phrase. Something's come through the post. What have I received? Oh, it's got a Varese Sarabande spine on it. No, it's another one of my Oxfam orders. Yeah, this is an old Hans Zimmer that I didn't have. It's K2. During his period of doing a small number of very long tracks. This is like pretending to be a vinyl album with just one track called The Ascent on side 1 and one track called The Descent on side 2. This cost me about a tenner, I guess. It's fair enough, isn't it? And here a few minutes later, something LP sized and shaped with Mondo's name and death waltz on the packaging. So, what have I bought from these ridiculous people? Tell you what I bought is something that, although it's a little bit on the dear side, it's cheaper than it was through any secondary markets. One of those soundtracks that you really would have liked to come out on CD but never did. Knives Out. There we are, it's a double album. It's like, well, if it's vinyl, then it's vinyl. Yeah, there we go. So, Nathan Johnson. Let's fight our way into that and see what this is. This is a gatefold. It's got an OB strip down the side of it. Let's have a look what the design is like. I'm going to be putting this in a proper gatefold sleeve thing in a bit anyway, so taking the cellophane off, it's fine. Ah. Oh, so the OB strip is more of a band. Right, what have we got? So obviously we've got suspect card. Whole family on the inside. So there we are. That's that on that side. On the other side, we have this. I'm sure they'll have a fancy name for it, but it's brown. Yeah. That's disc one, and then oh, there's another booklet sheet in the back there with just the illustrations of the cast. And disc 2. Ah, disc 2 is not brown, disc 2 is sort of murky grey green. Lovely. Thursday the 21st now, something from the Amazonian people. Let's have a look what we've got. Ah yes, this is one that was on pre-order quite a long time ago. So I ordered that because I wanted to get it, obviously. It's taken a while to be released. It's good to see these kind of things still getting physical releases. So many of those are only digital these days. Daniel Pemberton. Can't go too far wrong with him. He's pretty good, isn't he? It's just like taken a long time to get to the point of between the release of the film and actually getting your hands on the CD of the score. There we go. Line notes from Pemberton himself. Very comic booky kind of booklet. And two discs. Very good. It's now the afternoon of Friday the 22nd, and I've got a Entrada shaped box. I don't think there's an awful lot in here. Not been one of those massive orders. Can't really remember. Let's have a look. Bubble wrap and chips. Ah, it's okay. There was another one of the Joel McNeely Tinkerbell scores, The Great Fairy Rescue. and a compilation. Golden Age of Science Fiction Volume 2, which consists of The Lost Missile by Gerald Fried, War of the Satellites by Walter Green, and The Angry Red Planet by Paul Dunlap. So, two of those three guys are new to me, so yeah. You won't believe your eyes, but you'll never forget what they see, it says. I'll find my way into that. Let's have a look. Nice kind of 50s pulp sci-fi art on there. Six-panel booklet. We'll film that for $1, it says. Okay. Now it's Saturday the 23rd. Two more slim packages from the Big River people. I know you shouldn't buy from them, but hey, sometimes they've just got the stuff you want. So, bonk with that one. And bonk with that one. There we are. What do we have? We have Christoph Beck, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Amusing picture on the back cover there. See if I can find my way into that. Yeah, and that is on Water Tower. So let's make sure that it is. Yes, it is actual genuine pressed CD, not a CDR, which is quite a relief from them. Eight-page booklet. Nothing much. It's got credits for the musicians. Some images. Nothing more sophisticated than that. Get in there. Yeah, this is sometimes with digital print, it's trimmed not as exactly as traditional print is, and they cut these things just too big, and they're very hard to get in and out of the sleeve. Once or twice I have been known to actually take a scalpel to the edge of a booklet that's just too big and trim like 0.5 millimetre off it. Anyway, and the other item is The Villainess, Jar Wan Ku. New name to me. This is in a digipack. I would give that a go. So that's that. And is there a booklet in the front pocket? Yes, there is. Yeah, there we are. So that's that. So it's got 12-page booklet, mostly pictures, with some credits. That's about it. Yep. It's Monday the 25th. Something vinyl sized has arrived. Let's see what it is. Ah, yeah, okay. This is another relatively early Hans Zimmer, when he was still a protege of Stanley Myers. It's the Zero Boys. Bought primarily for the fact that it's got Graham Humphrey's artwork on it. So that's released by Arrow. I think they did Morricone's Sunspots, which also had Humphrey's artwork on it, so he's obviously on their radar, I guess. Come on. Fight our way into that. Baby strip. And a gatefold. That's the artwork on the inside. Look at that fantastically creative track list names. It's quite funky, that, isn't it? What are you listening to? Oh, I'm listening to B06. Liner notes sheet on the inside. And bright blue translucent vinyl. So that's that for today. Now it's Thursday the 28th. We're getting towards the end of the month. I've received a couple more things. Let's have a look, see what they are. This one, internal UK, I guess. I'll look at it. Oh, yes, this is me topping up my John Powell's. This is Bolt, which lots of people have recommended. I think I'd not got it before, just on the grounds of it's like a Disney animation about a dog, and it's like, it doesn't feel like my kind of thing. But if the score's good, which it probably is, knowing Powell, then yeah, I'll give it a go. There we are. Yeah, okay, looks like it's got some songs as well as the score. Right. And then this one comes via Deutsche Post apparently, so something I've purchased from. Oh yes, this was also me topping up my Powell Cross. This is very definitely second hand. It's got a very grubby front cover. It's Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Look at that, from the days when the inlay trays were solid grey instead of clear like they usually are these days. That's what's that, Regency? Lakeshore. Sort of minimalist booklet. Okay, well there we are. I think I should probably swap that jewel case out for a nicer one. Can you see how grubby that is? You probably can't. Scratches and things. Anywho, yeah, cool. So that about wraps it up for September. There are some things, interesting things, already on order, pre-order, back order, whatever you want to call it, for October. So those should arrive at some point during October. Stay tuned. And, well, you know the drill. Stay fresh, cheese bags.